Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in a creative mixed media art journal, a traveler's notebook size, following the words and wisdom of Mark Twain in his book, Following the Equator. Sit down, enjoy, and let's see where we go. Okay, I managed to wrangle my printer and get pictures printed of a mosque and a temple. They're colored, messing with my authenticity. No color photography in this day and age, but it is what it is, and it kind of matches the color of the background, so we're going with it. There's a sort of most of India and where we are in the upper section up here. So today we are going to combine two chapters because I lost a week with my leg, and I would really like to get this done before Halloween. And the next two chapters kind of went together. 52 and 53. Got some scraps here. 52 was more about the Ganges River. How something, in his words, nasty but purifying. The parallels and the opposites of the nasty and purifying of that river, and a cremation process. And then in chapter 53, it was more religious experiences and a word study of the state of perfection. And then he met a Maharaja. And so I'm going to put these two chapters together somehow, some way. I made some paper to start off with as a foundation. And I have a Maharaja right here. So I'm going to put that down first. And I actually went on a field trip yesterday. We got in the car. It was gorgeous here yesterday, mid-morning to lunchtime to a little bit afterwards. And went up to a little town up the road a little bit, next county-ish over, who is trying to revitalize their old downtown buildings. They've been in a state of revitalization for many years. They have a gorgeous old opera house there that is a beautiful, beautiful inside. And we've been to several events there. Of course, not anything lately. They just started advertising a winter and spring lineup. And they have all kinds. They have a ballet company coming in for the Nutcracker. They have concerts. They have of all kinds of different music. They have a comedian that comes through regularly, like once a year, which we have gone to a couple times. I don't care to go to ever again. He's very crude. Not that I'm a prima donna or a Maharaja, but I can only do crude so many times. Okay, so I think, anyhow, we ate lunch up there and walked around. Well, in my case, wheeled around. Saw a couple from our church. Just waved to them across that was the first time I've ever been in a restaurant since March. And it was weird, but it was very well done. Normally I would not have done this. I refused to do a couple of these kind of events already. But this one had about 8 tables total, spaced wide apart. The waitresses and waiters all wore masks. Everything was purified. You had to hand sanitize as soon as you came in. You had to hand sanitize before you left. You had to wear a mask in and wear a mask out. The tables were full, and there was one group of ladies there having lunch that were probably 7 ladies, which they had to sit closer together. I don't think I would have done a group that big, but for the 2 of us, it was okay. And we mainly went up there because one of the sponsors that advertises a lot in the programs and things at the Opera House has opened a little gourmet grocery store, which we'd love to walk through grocery stores, fancy ones. And I love going in grocery stores in foreign countries and just seeing what's hopping. This is a bunch of different receipts and things I printed on a paper towel that I had already painted, and how it came through with the texture of the paper towel and the colors of the paint that were there. I just sent it through the printer twice. I printed it once on paper with just the paper towel image. Then I put it back in the paper tray and printed it with these images off my computer. So that gives a little texture and character to these things. Anyhow, the grocery store was kind of a bust. They don't have anything that a Whole Foods or Trader Joe's doesn't have. I would rather support somebody small like them rather than big old Trader Joe's, but is what it is. And then we started just walking around because the grocery store didn't take but a few minutes. And we found another little lunch place, and we decided to eat lunch there. So I want to kind of, I don't know what I want to do. I wanted to add some more layers somehow. Whether I do a tuck spot or a pocket, I have these neat little envelopes that I can, let me see here. I did this in my health journal. I put one of these here, and then maybe put something like this or something on the outside. Maybe make a cluster on the outside and then put, but I want to do something with the word Maharaja. I love that word, Maharaja. It sounds regal. It sounds everything. I don't know anything about the history of a Maharaja, whether they were bad people, good people, changed people now. I don't know. Oh, we do have this. So I don't know any of that. I just like the word Maharaja. That's Greek. That's Italian. This is English. India. But to me, it could all go together. So yeah, we had a nice day. I took a long nap, and I had my foot dangling a lot, which didn't create as much pressure as I thought. Once it dangles, it kind of swells then, causing pressure, but it was okay. And I could feel it wiggling around, and I had an itch in there the other day, so itching is good. I agree with everybody that made a comment. Yep, itching is good. Sometimes I do get a sharp pain, which I actually just had one, literally. That's what reminded me, a jolt of like, oh. Okay, I think I'm going to glue those on there. And I have this little tiny thin washi tape sitting here that's little gold polka dots, but it kind of works. So let's see if I can glue this down. Tomorrow I have my doctor's appointment. In fact, I'm going to film Saturday's video right after this because I'm not sure how tomorrow is going to go. I don't want to miss Saturday because I really want to get this thing done for me and for you. Oopsie, wrong place, huh? I want to have it done before October starts. And all that madness. Fun madness, but madness. And I follow James Burke on YouTube, subscribe to his channel, and I've bought some of his supplies from his Etsy store and done a few, I just like his imagination. He has an amazing imagination and has come up with so many different cool ideas. His aesthetic is not mine. He loves mermaids. He loves fashion drawing. He loves girls, cartoonish and or otherwise. And that's not my aesthetic. But I love his thought process. And I love his imaginative approach. How about, let's just say it like that. And where was I going with all this? Oh, he said he had too many things he wanted to do in October. And I'm like, oh, me too. I don't know where I'm going to draw the line. Obviously, I have to draw it because I can't get around, which means I can't go hopping from one workstation to another easily if I have them all kind of laid out. Okay, let's attach this. So yeah, I'm going to be filming Saturday's video right after this one. Now that enables me, in my opinion, which is all that matters in this world, to see a little bit of color behind this glassine envelope, have a little bit more color on top, allow the Maharaja to show, and then I'm going to make some kind of journal card. Let's go through all of these cards that I have collected here. I don't knock everything over. These are mostly from Ali Edwards and Studio Calico, I think. Some I have made myself. If I can find a color that kind of goes with this. Granted, most of these are not a vintagey. Although that could work. I'm going to cut that off, and I could just write this word. I'm going to use that right there. And that's why I keep getting these. I got her kit yesterday, actually, for October. It's starting to get a little repetitive, dare I say. Now, in her defense, oh good grief, I hit the camera and I didn't know it until I started editing, and I was defending Alia Edwards, and now I need to defend myself. So I'm going to let the camera go. I fast forwarded everything, and I'll tell you what I'm writing right here on this little tag that goes in the glassine envelope. I wrote Ganges, and I wrote nasty but purifying, which those are Mark Twain's words, not mine. Cremations, religious experience, and state of perfection, which is what these two chapters were about. And stick it in the pocket, and then I had to come up with a bit of a title, and I never did. Oh yeah, I did. I wrote Maharaja on that piece of paper, just because I love that word, and it was part of the chapters. So I like how this turned out. I apologize. And then I went through and kind of organized my thoughts with you to figure out how I was going to combine a bunch of more chapters together and end this by November 3rd, or whatever month we're in, September 30th, and be ready for Halloween stuff and fun and craziness on October 1st. I don't want to rush this, but he actually kind of rushes the ending himself, so I'm okay with it. So I apologize for the camera bump. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.